guys, today we wanted to share with you our favorite litter box for our ferrets. No one likes scooping poop, so anything you can do to make it easier is definitely a plus in our books. First, I want to precursor by saying I'm going to show some ferret poop because I just want to show you my scooping process with this type of litter. So if you're a little squeamish, well, one, you probably don't own ferrets because they poop a lot, but otherwise you may want to skip ahead. So the litter that we use is pine pellets, which is rather popular in the ferret community. So the type of litter box we have is a sifting litter box, which works really well with these type of pellets, and I'm going to show you why. So come on down here. Alright, so here is the litter box. So it looks like your standard type of litter box, and I'm going to do what anybody would do with any kind of litter box, and we're just going to scrape the poop off, which again is pretty easy because ferrets don't bury their poop. So we're just going to grab all of this wonderful poop and throw it away. Right, now the downside to these kind of pellets is when they get wet, they turn to dust. Meaning, when the ferrets pee on it, you get all this nice dust. I call it pee dust. Now, at one point, I used to go through and try to scoop out as much of this dust as possible and throw it away. But you can see, trying to get to that dust, you're grabbing a lot of good pellets too. So, I ended up finding the sifting litter box. So actually, if you see this, this is the top box. So this box right here has a bunch of holes in it. And then you have a plastic bottom and a plastic bottom. The purpose being, you can lift this and now shake, and all of that dust is going to fall into the bottom one. Now I still sometimes take my little shovel here and I'll lift this one up just a little bit with my hands and kind of stir it around. I find it just helps get the dust through the bottom. Give it a good shake. Now you're going to have all that garbage dust that's technically filled with pee underneath. So now you're going to separate these two plastic pieces, and you can just move this one over to there. And now this is all trash. Now I do have two different sizes of these. I use this large one for the ferret's cage, and for some reason the holes are a little bigger, so you can see I am still getting some pellets in here, but nowhere near the amount I was getting before. They have a smaller variety that I actually use for my cats. I know it's completely backwards, but that one actually none of the pellets go through. So if you didn't need a big one for your ferrets, you could easily use that one and then you'll never lose your pellets. But now we can just put this in the trash and throw all that garbage away. And sometimes I get a little bit stuck in here, so I'm just going to wipe it with a dry paper towel here. You could use a washcloth. And empty that dust into the trash bag. Now we're clean. So now we're just going to put that back in here and start it over. Now I did see the instructions on here actually say that you can put the pellets into that container and basically have this piece sandwiched between, and then that just means you're going to have to take the one container and pour it through this one every single time. I don't do this. I find this works just fine, and I just keep it full enough that the bottom stays completely covered. If for some reason you're seeing your ferrets are getting to the bottom where the toes might get caught in the holes, I would definitely probably keep it in one of the plastic bins and just run it through the strainer. I wanted to show you real quick why I like the larger version versus the small one. So this is a single ferret nation. We're not using it right now. This fits basically straight across widthwise. Ferrets like to potty in corners, so I've always found using litter boxes that cover a good section like that keeps them from having accidents anywhere, and we've been successful with all 5 of our boys that we've had over the years and having them fully litter box trained. So having one that's shorter where it leaves this gap up here, that's where we tended to have accidents and stuff because they had a corner they could get to. So litter box fills both these corners and then throw some toys in there and you're good to go. So I realize this litter box isn't going to work with everyone, as some people like to use puppy pads, other people like to use other kind of litters, but even if this litter box helps just a few of you, then that's awesome to us. Thanks for watching.